We did this video the other day with Courtney Ryan. Courtney Ryan does all these, cool videos, and she had a bunch of women on a panel talking about a whole bunch of different issues. And on most of the issues, the women are like, well, and they're really thinking it through. They don't all agree. When she asked them about body count, it was all, when she asked about, where's that one? Sharing their guy. Actually, body count too. When she asked about sharing their guy, all the women immediately, boom. Let's play that clip, Tyler. I want to show the audience how the women reacted to, would they share their man?
So he's pictured the man of your dreams.
Okay.
Maybe it's your boyfriend that you're dating right now. 10 in the looks department, but he wants to be able to sleep with other women besides you, but you can't sleep with other men. So this is not like a polyamorous thing. Or, okay, let me get to the or. Or,
Sorry.
a 7 out of 10 who treats you exceptionally well and is loyal.
7 out of 10. What are we talking about?
Good?
I'm not being cheated on. That's not lasting. Yeah, no.
Definitely a 7 out of 10. Monogamy is definitely one of my core values that I hold while dating. And I'm very traditional in that sense. So the 10 out of 10 dream man, not going to happen. Deal breaker, for sure.
7 out of 10 all day. To me, he's not my dream guy if he thinks that that's okay. Because my dream guy would never, ever think that's okay.
7 out of 10.
The 7 for sure.
Yeah.
7 out of 10 any day.
Oh, 7 out of 10 every day. Loyalty every day.
Would you rather?
So there you go. That was a very quick response. Right. And I think it's really hard for guys to understand this because it's like multiple levels of safety. It's like you don't want somebody coming home with an STD or any type. You don't want to have to worry about your physical safety. Right. And because women, when we have sex, it does become more than physical. I mean, almost all the time. It's almost impossible. There is like a tug at the heartstrings. There is something that happens. You're always waiting for that guy to call you the next day. I mean, there's something emotional involved 99.9% of the time. Women, if you're saying there's not, you're lying. Because of that, we have a really hard time detaching that and saying, oh, it's different for men. We can't really understand that. And also then we're thinking, well, let's say it's different for the guy, but he's sleeping with another woman. It's not different for her. So now she's attached to my man. You know what I'm saying? The dynamic just becomes too hard for women to process and to feel comfortable with. And I feel like that would be, not to say no women will do it, but the women who are going to sign up for that, I think aren't really serious about their guys. Serious.
Well, yeah, because at some point, if you wait long enough, you will get wrinkles, and then there's going to be some conflict because you're probably going to want to have babies. But I would say that those women, it's possible those women in the video were capping though, right? Because what women will say versus what they do, I think is very different because they might say that they wouldn't share a guy, but have they? Right. Mm-hmm. And then they might say that they're really into monogamy, but how many of those girls might have had a little fling or something on the side when they had long-term committed boyfriends? Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think we're really going to know. I know cheating is equal on both parties. So the way that I see it is just that there's things that we'll say that we'll do and it's going to be different than reality. Because for a while, I thought to myself, I'm like, am I really a sexually jealous person? And I still go back and forth with that a little bit. For me, I just don't date men that I think would cause sexual jealousy in a way that isn't sexy, but is traumatizing, terrorizing. And I'm like, he's going to leave me tomorrow. But the only time that I've been worried about competition anxiety was when I was a little bit pudgy, wasn't taking care of myself physically, and went to the lake. My husband is twice my age, so he's older. So in my mind, I was like, there's no way this guy can pull chicks. He would tell me that he could. One day we went to the creek, and I came back and I found this bubbly, giggling 19-year-old in a bikini saying hi. And I was pudgy at the time because I wasn't taking care of myself. And that to me was when I was like, I actually don't think that I would ever be okay with sharing the man that I'm with. Oh my goodness. In that same vein though, you just do the things that you can do to secure intimacy. You know, there's no reason to constantly have a headache every time that your husband would like to be intimate with you. That's a bit much. And why do we take that for granted? That should be beautiful. That should be cute. You should be like, oh, okay, like you want a piece? Cool. It should be exciting. And there's a lot that you could do to stop your husband from straying. But at the same time, just believe men when they tell you things at face value. If he wants to be with other women, then you need to decide if that's what you're going for or not. And honestly, I do agree that it's women that aren't that serious, but I've seen women that just don't value themselves much do it too, or try to entertain polyamory because they think that if you push back against it, then you're the judgmental one. I'm like, girlfriend, I'm trying to warn you. I'm trying to warn you because I understand, you know, the reality that high value men do exercise options, but we got low value men. And then we got these low value women that ain't got no self-esteem talking about, oh yeah, let me try this polyamory. I'm like, sis, you need to lose some weight. You need to go to therapy. You need to get your life together so you can get somebody that's worth something, because you're going to keep striking out and sucking if you stay in where you're at. I believe in leagues in the dating market.
It's weird. You can say, like, societally, you can tell men to get their shit together. You can be like, lose weight, dress better, you know, go to the gym, stop playing video games. You can be harsh with guys. If you take that attitude toward women, they're like crying. They're like, you are trying to degrade me. You're fat shaming me. They got all the words like, you're a bigot. Like, they come at you and you're like, well, no, I'm just trying to tell you obesity is not healthy. Like, this is not a good decision. It's not, it shouldn't be glorified. But it's amazing that in society in 2022, there's an acceptance of criticizing men, which some of that criticism is warranted. Like, it needs to be said, but there's not this acceptance of criticizing women. Suddenly you're a bad person if you're pointing out flaws in women or problems with women that could potentially be leading to some of their unhappiness. If you want to watch the full episode, you're going to click right here. And if you want to ask me a question one-on-one, you want to do a one-on-one FaceTime with a group of your friends, whatever you want, you need to download Connect right now. Click right here and let's get talking.